Dear viewers, I have a confession to make. For years now, I've been promoting tokenization as such an amazing fundraising tool. But today, I'm going to share a shocking truth. Token offering is not the tool for everyone. Okay, jokes aside, I'm still a big supporter of tokenization as one of the best tools on the market to increase your fundraising potential. However, there are still valid reasons to not pursue it. In this video, I'm going to discuss reasons why tokenization might not be the best approach for you, as well as some bad reasons why people postpone tokenization despite being one of the best choices they could have made. Dear viewers, welcome to Stobox Insights. This video series is delivered to you by one of the best consulting companies in the market for tokenizing real-world assets. Having worked on over 60 projects across 5 continents, collectively worth almost $1 billion, we deliver you insights that you cannot find in textbook or anywhere else in the internet. Now, let's dive into the topic. I'll start with discussing the reasons that probably should not hold you back. And the first among them is budget. Just to be clear, if you don't have any capital at all to set up the tokenization process, you probably should focus primarily on growing your business and revenue. Because if you can't create revenue without capital, investors would question whether you would be able to do it with capital. However, sometimes, even when they have enough capital to fund the tokenization process, our clients still hesitate whether this is a good investment. I should be fair with you. I can't offer you 100% guarantee that you will succeed, as everything else in the business, tokenization involves risk. It's a calculated bet. So instead of asking yourself, will it with 100% certainty deliver a return? Instead ask, is it a good bet? Now let's imagine that someone offers you a $50 bet with a 50% chance to win thousands of dollars. Heck, even 10% chance to win thousands of dollars. Will it be a good bet? Most of you have probably answered yes. And with tokenization, the payoff is similar. Most of you have probably answered yes. Now multiply all the numbers by 1,000 and you have to spend $50,000 for a reasonable chance to win millions of dollars. Now, is this a good bet? If you answered yes to the first one, you should have the same answer to the second one. Because we are evolutionarily wired to be afraid of losses more than be attracted to gains, our mind suddenly becomes very hesitant when the bet isn't $50 but $50,000. But essentially this is still the same bet, and the payoff is worth the risk. The second reason why clients often hesitate is because they are unsure of technicalities of the process. For example, how is tokenization regulated? Or how do you market this and to which audience? But that's exactly the reason why you would come to someone like me to help you solve these problems. We have an ecosystem of legal and marketing partners who have already figured out all these technicalities. There are many countries with decent legislation, and hundreds of companies from all over the world have executed these campaigns. As for marketing, our partners have raised billions of dollars over hundreds of successful equity crowdfunding, ICO and STO campaigns. So the technicalities of the process are figured out and you just need to request support. And the third bad reason to hesitate is because you're not sure whether you really need it. You're happy with your current fundraising approaches, you have access to investors, to capital, and you're wondering whether you even need to try new tools. What I encourage you to reflect on is, while you're hesitating, your competitors are likely already exploring these opportunities. And having more access or cheaper access to capital, they would have more funding to spend on product development, on marketing, and they would be able to outbid you in a few years. In such a fast-moving, dynamic, and hyper-competitive world as we live, complacency isn't an option. Now that things have been cleared out, let's discuss objective reasons why tokenization might not be the best tool for you. Reason number one is that you don't have an attractive asset. If you just can't deliver good returns, or you deliver good returns but at an extremely high risk, or there is nothing interesting about you, it will be challenging to stand out and attract investor attention. Having an investable asset is crucial for fundraising success. So if you aren't confident that your asset is good enough, it might be best to focus first on enhancing your profitability and only later on fundraising to realize it. So if you don't have an investable asset, it might be best to focus on experimenting with business models until you arrive at something that can deliver a high return on invested capital, and only then proceed to fundraising. Reason number two is that you might have a good asset or a good business, but you can't grow it sufficiently with new capital. For example, you might operate a highly profitable hotel, but all the land is already developed, and so you won't be able to use new capital effectively to deliver strong returns. In this case, instead of using tokenization to raise growth capital, it might be beneficial to consider it as a tool for exit, to sell an existing strong asset to investors, cash out, and deliver them great returns that you are currently enjoying. Lastly, tokenization isn't suitable if you have extremely tight timelines. It takes 3 to 6 months to launch a security token offering, though we had some cases where we did it in a month and a half. Thus, if you need capital immediately in a week or few weeks, consider alternatives such as overnight lending or credit line at your bank. I hope you found this video useful, and now it will be easier for you to evaluate whether tokenization is a sound approach for you. If you're still unsure, please don't hesitate to reach out. My team and I will take a look at your financials, your assets, your business model, your plans, and help you figure out whether it makes sense to proceed with the process. Notice that failed projects actually drag down our reputation and success rates, so we have all the incentive to give you a genuine recommendation. Alternatively, if you aren't ready to talk yet, feel free to browse other videos on this channel, including interviews with our clients, to resolve your uncertainties. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next episode.